Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1MinuteTennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the swing path and racket angle required to get the most power and spin that you can out of your ground strokes, and how to create a truly heavy and powerful ground stroke. And I want to show you clearly the illusion that we see when we look at the pros hitting the ball with what appears to be a neutral racket, where the racket is at 90 degrees at a right angle to the ground. Now, to get topspin, we know that we have to swing from low to high. But if we swing from low to high with a neutral racket angle, then we're going to end up making a stroke with a lot of effect on the ball, but there's no penetration through the ball. And yet, if you look at the still frame of every professional player, every single time, we will see a neutral racket angle. So what's happening? If a neutral racket angle results in spin but no penetration, and the pros are hitting with spin and immense penetration, how can it be that they have a neutral racket angle on every single forehand that they hit? To clarify this, I want to use a pole to make the racket angle clearer. So if I put the racket through the pole here, and now turn it so that I've got a 45-degree angle or more of a closed racket. Now, if I now swing through on a straight swing path, then the ball has to go down. That's obvious. But if I now marry the angle of the racket with the angle of the swing path, so I have a 45-degree angle of the racket and a 45-degree angle of the swing path. And now, as I make the stroke at contact, then the racket now appears to be neutral. But the racket was closed, and going through the stroke, the swing path is compensating for the angle of the racket. If I have a neutral racket and I have a 45-degree swing path, then I'm just going to either hit a lob or I'm going to hit the ball into the stratosphere. But if I have a 45-degree angle of the racket and a 45-degree angle of the swing path, then now this is the picture that you see when the pros are making contact with the ball, but they're actually making a closed racket on a 45-degree angle. If you can marry the angle of your racket to the angle of your swing path, then you'll be able to hit with great authority, power, and penetration. And you see, with the 45-degree angle here and the 45-degree angle on the contact, I now will naturally swing through the ball and have penetration as well as spin. This blend of spin, speed, and penetration will give you a fantastic forehand. So now it's pretty simple for me to find that closed racket and then find the swing path and make an aggressive, powerful, but heavily spun forehand stroke. So look for the marriage between the swing path and the angle of the racket. Don't just copy the neutral position of the pros on contact and then marry it with a neutral swing, or have the neutral position of the pros on contact and marry it with a topspin swing. You have to marry the angle of the racket with the angle of the swing path, and then you'll have a forehand that's fantastically powerful, heavily spun, and a more effective stroke. If you like my ideas on tennis, check out the books on Amazon. We have books on every aspect of the game, and the books are truly unique because we all use different learning senses at different times. Using the books, you can see clear illustrations of the technique of the game. You can see very, very clear explanations of both the science and simple solutions on how to play the game better. And everything is linked to YouTube videos, so you can see the information, you can read it, or you can watch the video. All the learning senses are communicated to at the same time. Or if you want more personalized help, have a look at what we're doing with online coaching. We're helping players of all ages and all levels. For more information on this, have a look at the website or email me. So I hope this makes sense. Remember, marry the angle of the racket to the angle of the swing path, and you'll have a more powerful, more effective, heavily spun forehand. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.